Most people don't change because they want to, they change because they have to, because something hurts so badly that staying the same becomes more painful than changing. Most people say that they want to change, but almost nobody actually does until life hurts them badly enough. They don't change because they're lazy, they don't change because there's not enough pain yet to change. And this is why most entrepreneurs hit a level, they make a bit of money and they stay the same for years, because the pain that created them disappeared. From my life in this industry, I learned one uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to admit. People do not change from inspiration, they mostly only ever change from pain. Pain is the only force strong enough to break identity, and until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of changing, nothing ever happens. I see a lot of people change from like a canon event in their life, and these are very painful experiences such as heartbreak, maybe losing a family member, hitting rock bottom where you have to lend money off your friends and family in order to pay the bills. People such as like traders like me, where I literally hit fucking rock bottom after making multiple six-figure months. These are canon events where they either send you into a spiral where you drink and take drugs and you completely self-destruct, or you use the energy and the pain to catapult your life to new highs. Now, a bit about like my story and how I was able to use pain that I was in to change and what actually triggered that moment. So pretty much, as you guys know, if you followed me, I came into the industry through crypto. I've been in crypto since 2017. I was a full-time trader from around 2020. And during 2020 to 2022, I was able to make a crazy amount of money. I was 19, I had about 500K to my name. 2021, I made some very crucial mistakes in my life, which made me lose a majority of my money. We transitioned into a bear market, and I still had something left in crypto. I was involved in a few projects that actually did hold up, but I wasn't really making any money after that bull run. And every single month by month, I would see my money go down and down and down. But because I still had way more money than people that was my age, I didn't really care about it. I was still spending way above my means. I was going on holidays to places such as Mexico and Egypt with my friends. I wasn't even like really caring about like the money I was spending. I just had the perspective, okay, crypto would go up one day. I wasn't really thinking about money or business, because why? I wasn't in any pain. I literally went like from rock bottom. I was living in Peterborough with my family to making a shitload of money, traveling with my friends, living in my own place in Newcastle. It was when I looked and I only had $10,000 to my name. I did not care. I did not look into anything until I looked in my portfolio and I had 10 grand to my name. Why didn't I look before? There was no pain. I was still happy. I still had money. I still had way more money than anyone that was my age at the time while I was 19. And I didn't care to make a change and actually look and think, shit, what the fuck are you doing? Until I had 10 grand to my name. And this is the same for most people in the real world. Think about it. Like, people stay in bad relationships, bad careers, bad financial situations for years. Not because they don't see a problem, but because the pain is tolerable enough for them to deal with it. Their life isn't great, but it's survivable. And survivable is the enemy of greatness. People are happy to stay in a job that they probably don't like that much because it pays them enough to live their life. They can have a girlfriend, they can have a bit of food shopping, have a drink at the weekend, and they stay trapped in that loop for years. The human brain will tolerate misery indefinitely as long as it feels familiar. People are happy to stay in a situation that's not that great just because it's not rock bottom, and it takes them to hit rock bottom to actually make that change in their life. Change requires identity death, and identity death is very painful. So people delay it, they numb it, and they constantly distract themselves until life removes the choice. Now, this is where it gets interesting. As most entrepreneurs don't fall, they stall. They hit their first big month, they start making decent money, they upgrade their lifestyle, maybe they leave their hometown, they get external validation, maybe they get some girls onto them, and then nothing really changes from there. And why is that? Because the pain that created them is gone, right? Most entrepreneurs I see come out to Southeast Asia, such as Bali and Thailand, they work so hard in the trenches to completely change themselves as a person, and they make enough money where they can survive to live in a place like Bali or Bangkok, which is, I'd say, is around a 3 to 5K a month lifestyle. And then once they hit that lifestyle, they move to Thailand, they get a Thai girlfriend, they're living in a decent sized apartment, they can eat food out a few times a week, and their life is amazing compared to what it was when they were living in their home country. So as they achieve this huge milestone and all the pain that was with them while they was in their hometown is gone, their hunger disappears and the urgency to change dies. They're no longer running from pain, and they're not running towards anything strong enough to motivate them to improve themselves even more. So what do? They plateau. They're comfortable, they got a hot Thai girlfriend, and there's not enough pain to really push for more. See, in my opinion, comfort is the most dangerous drug for ambitious people. Now, this is why I recently left Thailand and I'm on a mission in 2026 to make myself as uncomfortable as ever. Because Thailand is probably the most comfortable place to be. It's much more affordable than living in the West. Anything you want, you literally have it on speed dial, whether it's partying, whether it's girls, whether it's an amazing penthouse apartment. It doesn't really cost that much to be able to achieve that. And that is why this year I'm making myself uncomfortable. I'm traveling to these different places where lots of entrepreneurs never really travel to because it's seen as expensive. And I'm gonna just see what's out there, see what I can accomplish, see what really floats my boat. And the main way that I was able to find pain, despite not actually being in the amount of pain that I was in back when I lived in the UK, was by improving the people that I surround myself with. Now, if I had a group of friends that all worked 9 to 5s, only made a certain amount of money a month, and I was a big guy that was able to make 10, 15, 20K a month, and all of my friends were making little to nothing, maybe they was working 9 to 5 jobs. Now, I would not be in any pain. I would feel like I'm at the top of the food chain. But what I've done over the years, I've gone to blockchain events around the world. I've made friends and I've connected with some really, really cool and powerful people that literally make anything up to like $100,000 to $1 million a month. Now, for me in the position that I was in, seeing what they're able to achieve, seeing what they can do for their family, seeing that they can fly their mothers out for a month in Bali, and the things they're able to buy their friends and family, and even the charity events they can put on around the world, and the cars they drive, the places they stay, seeing that I can't achieve that, seeing that I can't do that for my people, that gives me the pain that I need to upgrade my lifestyle, to not be comfortable where I am, despite still being in a good financial situation, because I want more for my people. And this is why it's so important as an entrepreneur, as a high achiever, to have high achievers around you, because it's going to stop you from hitting a plateau. It's going to show you what is actually possible. In the 1%, our private network, we have guys doing anything from around 10 to even $500,000 a month. Because there's so many people achieving more, there's no way that we're going to let people hit a level and plateau, because we're always going to be getting onto people, and people know what is possible. So where hitting a certain milestone was then the end of the road for us a year ago, seeing what's possible now keeps us so hungry. I am able to use my circle and my network to my advantage to always stay hungry, to never sit somewhere and plateau and be comfortable, because when I'm comfortable, I'm not able to progress. And when I see what these big achievers are able to do for their people, how they can take care of their family, that puts me in enough pain to keep going, to keep striving, and to stay hungry. And here's a shift that changes everything. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is feedback. Pain is life saying this version of you has expired. A lot of people try to eliminate pain with alcohol, parties, relationships, but the high performers, they listen to it. They ask, why does this hurt? Why am I avoiding it? What standard am I failing to meet? And that is where the growth happens. Most people only see the pain of changing, but elite people, like the guys in the 1%, manufacture pain for staying where they are. They imagine 5 years wasted, lost potential, things that they are not yet able to do for their family and their friends, the people that they love and care about. And that pain becomes fuel. And that is the pain that forces those standards to rise. Most people wait for pain to find them, but us, we deliberately place ourselves in hard rooms, higher standards, and environments that expose our weaknesses. We don't avoid pain, we schedule it to come, so we're constantly always elevating our lives. Now, if your life feels uncomfortable right now, that's a good thing. It's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're being invited to evolve. Now, the only question is, will you answer it now or wait until life forces you? Most people wait, the 1%, we don't wait. If you're someone that's already a high achiever, but you're not yet surrounded by people that are able to push you to achieve even more and to see milestones and numbers you are not yet to ever see in your life. Yes, you are already ahead of most people, but our mindset that we build inside the 1% is that we can always be doing more. Thank you for listening, guys. See you guys in the next one.